Hello then folks, welcome and welcome back. This is Pxy-VERSE, and today we're gonna continue our finish the cloth rigging of this character. Let's get some soundtrack here. Let's see, I'm not sure if you're seeing those things. I'm testing some, oh yeah, okay, it updated. So yeah, I'm testing some OBS Studio, you know, the open source or free software for doing very good software for streaming and recording even. And I'm testing the multiple window stacking. So here is the sound player, VLC player, right? Simple stuff, but I didn't know how to do these things. Ideally I would like to get extra Blender windows to, like for example, splash screen here. So apparently, okay, splash screen appear. However, if I try to open, I don't know, this is a new Blender file view window, and apparently this is not showing here. So let me try to bring another window capture. Then we're gonna bring that, yeah, so now that should work. So probably you're seeing this now. Let's see, yeah, it takes time to update. So the problem is that I don't know if it's new Windows every time it updates. So anyway, so we're gonna return here to the useful things, so I don't need to be showing those things. We're gonna just render them invisible, and we're gonna, so sorry for this confusing beginning. So upgrades for the channel, right? And so here we're gonna go for the accessories of Natashe, which is in the grease pencil here. So you see there are this tiara thing, which will be some golden color. Oh, there's also some how do you call that, earrings, right? And this one is badly positioned here, or is the ear that is badly positioned. And then we have also these things, so those will be relatively simple. We could use geometry nodes to make some cool extrusion for a pattern like this, but maybe it's not necessary. We are going to is there any, oh, this hair is not looking good, right? We're gonna try to find a way that it doesn't follow in a stupid way the face, right? Silhouette is sort of important. Yeah, it looks weird, but anyways, the important thing is more about the, yeah, I think something like here. Let's see. Now it's looking a little bit weird. Let's re-change these. Okay, maybe we place this more to the bottom, and so we can maybe bring this thing like here. Yeah, I'll have to make up my mind about this, but it's just a silhouette thing. Let's see from a back view. Yeah, back view maybe is more interesting. Alright, that looks better. So if we have, okay, I can accept this for now, even though this is weird. We'll try to make this curve a bit different. Still looking weird, but okay. On other angles, this will be totally fine, right? Alright, now we can return to these accessories, yes. So I'm gonna save here, remembering that this thing here, I'm using the technique of the grease pencil object having, this is what is this? This is an add-on. It's not important. All right, this is a VRM format. This is an add-on for a virtual reality modeling, right? This is for you have this armature, right? But okay, this doesn't matter. So it's just stacking in here. I probably should disable it for now. I'm not using it. Strangely, there are some things that affect the materials. Anyways, the UI most likely. So I'm using this technique of different opacities for this, and so there's no not a generic opacity for all at once, unfortunately. No, hold on. Add driver. Actually, we can do a trick here, but it's kind of stupid, right? But like you can drive this for everything. So I just change one. Maybe I place a property in the custom property to have somewhere here in the, where would it be added to? I don't remember. If it's not rigging, I don't know. It should appear somewhere, and then we can drive, just drag and drop this thing. Yeah. Okay, let's just make a quick test here. Maybe that's is fine. So I want to have, for example, this one. Okay, let's no, it's the opposite. Hold on. Custom property, new. So prop, I'm gonna change this to, yeah, it's a float thing. We call this not prop, we call it opacity. Grease pencil layer opacity, default value is 1, okay. Minimum 1, maximum 1, minimum 0, maximum 1. This is, I think, default. Plain data, I don't know about this. And then description, yeah, batch layers opacity. And library override, no. Okay, so the problem is that, okay, we have this, but where does it appear? In rigging, we get this into the armature, right? But in here, where the, there should be some property, a generic panel of properties that might exist somewhere. Maybe you know. If you know, tell me please. But I think, okay, it shouldn't be this. We're gonna, that's an add-on. We'll cook another add-on. This is for retargeting, and VRM. This is for, no. So no tab here that will bring this custom property item. Okay, anyways, what we do is that we copy as driver, copy as new driver, and then we go to these opacities, and unfortunately can't batch that, but paste driver. So if I now check here, yeah, you see I can control this, and then I'm gonna paste driver and paste driver and paste driver and paste driver, it's overridden, paste driver, paste driver, paste driver. So where this is useful actually is that I can I do this once, and if I transform this whole grease pencil object into an asset, I can reuse this same, I just need to delete the, right? So that's an interesting strategy. So I did this once, so The only things that matter here, yeah, the problem is that now we are bound to this. We need to disable the driver in order to allow this to be adjusted manually, right? So now it's not respecting, let's say this is not a good example. Let's let's enable the sketch. Okay, so I see now I can adjust this manually because I disabled the driver, but so it's not affected by this, but all the rest is affected by this. So there's an advantage. Also, the others don't matter because they are hidden, so it doesn't matter if they have the right. So I'm just using this and this. So here we're gonna just re-enable that. So now it matches here, so all them match here. The problem is that this custom property, maybe someone used to place this at the top, and this might be good. We can actually get this. Let's asset mark this. And so now this is also, let's fix something here. So I have some unassigned materials. All these materials, I'm not sure if they are from this scene, so we gotta bring them in this blend from this blend. We're gonna put this into materials. Okay, a few went there. The few which went there, it's because they are from the current file. These ones, they are not asset market here. They are from other. This was asset market here for sure. So I'm gonna bring this. Should probably update this. Yeah, there we go. To characters, right? So we have characters. No, we need. Okay, these are assets, I think, for the characters, so it doesn't matter. So the characters are here, Natashe, Dorothy. If there's anything, yeah, let's add it. Natashe, so save this, let's refresh, making sure we are in the new Scene 5 asset level. This is my project here. We are also gonna keep doing this, so I think these stars here are world, but it's not from here, so you cannot manipulate. This I think I've already tried and they are not from here. Yeah, materials. This screen is also, it's an asset. Yeah, it's not from here. Natashe model sheet. Oh, this is the grease pencil. So this is character. Let's place it here. I don't have a place for grease pencil, but that would be character stuff. And so it's here, and it doesn't have a good visualization. Maybe we need a camera here. Yeah, sadly I don't know how to get this thing to work for grease pencil. I don't know what it takes. Okay, maybe it's not Blender didn't predict this kind of thing. Weird. And finally, cabinet. Yeah, this is an asset. Props. This is not from here. So that's it. We fixed some data here. We're gonna save. Go out of the camera, and this camera we can also get it far away. We don't. We can hide this stuff. All right. So let's go back to this costume development. We have to change the grease pencil again. Hold on, folks. Grease pencil here. Okay, select it, click it. So it's active, custom properties. So here we can. Since I don't find this anywhere else in the UI. In rigging is very easy, right? But it doesn't look like there's... Yeah. View. No, there's just not enough panels here for this kind of thing. Yeah, then rest are add-ons or animation. Yeah, never mind. So let's go and do this. Sorry about all the other things, but some things interesting like this new grease pencil idea for the model sheet. So we're gonna, to solve this, we can reuse something like, I think here we get the belt would be the simplest thing, right? So we have this face loop here, which looks good. So we're gonna shift D, P, selection, move this thing, actually remain Natashe circlet. We gonna edit mode, move it up. Of course she doesn't need a belt in on her face. We can hide this thing for now. We're gonna try to visualize this. So this is just a faces here. We're gonna snap this to the mirror. It's using proportional editing. We're gonna first change all this clear seam, if there were any seam here. I'm gonna change all this to this metal patch here, 4 actually, metal patch 4. So I don't want this one. I'm gonna substitute for the golden one, which is here. It was created in this scene. Let's see if this, okay, these are no inverted faces, so this is correct. Then we gonna, now it's just snapping onto, yeah, let's use this one. It will be safer for now because it's go all around the head. We need to reposition this, yeah, so yeah, so we're gonna snap the entire face, GG. We are going to scale this. Maybe I should keep snapping here all the time, yeah. GG. Okay, what this thing, yeah, let's continue here for the hair. So that will be nice. This will be snapping onto the hair. We see it already went forward to the front, right? What could be better than that? Yeah, a single vertex thing maybe. Well, we have the mapping of the vertex, so actually there's a better way. We can use, instead of that, we're gonna use the individual origins. We're gonna use the snap to vertex, and so we're gonna not use proportional editing because this will fuck up our selections. We're gonna snap this like here, just exactly, no, not this one, here. So we're gonna snap on the same amount of, we're gonna make all exactly the same subdivisions that we have here. What's happening? Okay, edit mode right there. So it's a bit difficult to do this because there are other objects there that too boring to hide them, but they are competing with the snapping. Here we are gonna bevel. See, I've lost some data here, edge data, mark seam. Mark seam here is just for organization, right folks? So we're gonna here, no more here. Yeah, there's still one there. And now this is just bevel here, bevel again, and maybe that should be enough. Yeah, with the subdivision, with the no vertices here, I want to face project in this case. So we'll make more subdivisions here, so it will be more unlikely that the curved shape of the face gets some trouble. And you see, this is already sort of working. Here we might pick this and yeah, we're gonna pick both edges without snapping. We're gonna move them to the side. This didn't snap. Let's enable snapping, and it's the vertex, no, edge. Okay, edge snap. Yeah, it's not precise, so it will be vertex snap again. It doesn't work like that. We need to do per vertex. Per vertex. Alright, then we gonna snap here. This is just a shortcut, control backslash. GG. This is not working. Okay, forget GG, then just reposition this. Let's see, the shapes doesn't look very good yet. Something is being highly distorted. Maybe there's something wrong about this thing. Yeah, probably we have some subdivision. Okay, subdivision is fine. Solidify, we're gonna reset these things. Only rim for this. Yeah, we don't need this. We don't need this. We're gonna just this circlet. Yeah, there's some lot of stuff here. Materials. We're gonna investigate the materials later. We're gonna look for the shape keys. No shape key here actually. Yeah, this one, so no shape key, no vertex group. Yeah, there's this, we don't need that. Where this is coming from? Darky body data. I don't know what this is, but it doesn't seem to be important. Alright, so let's continue snapping this. Here we get a better vision of what's going on. We'll need, of course, to... Well, I could calculate the length of this edge to be precise, right? Because it's a bit difficult to actually have the... Oh, these are maintaining... or should be maintaining the... Alright, so you see the solidify is not working, so you have this horrible result. So what we're gonna do is that we subdivide, then we get this to be solidified, I think, outwards, because it's snapping, right? But we're gonna do like not exactly 0, just in case. We're gonna leave it a little more, so that means that this will solidify, if I'm not wrong, right? backslash, no, it's numpad slash. So that means that when we enable this, you see it grows on both directions, but it grows more to the inside. Okay, actually this is too much growth, right? So for this circlet I want very thin stuff, so we want actually growing a little more outwards, although growing inwards is just a protection from some mistakes. So I think we're gonna do this here, so negative this value doesn't matter, and we can do this 0.005 meters. So this seems to be safe, only rim, because we don't care about this what will appear in the other direction. Numpad backslash, so let's return here. That looks good, right? Okay, no, hold on, let's augment this maybe a little more here, and now we're gonna change this. I don't want this one, so let's continue editing this, hide this. There's problems here for some reason. We need to continue developing this positionings here, so probably gonna clear those seams, mark seam, all this just for Shift E -1. Let's do this one, Alto one. It's very sharp, and maybe it's not. Yeah, this one shouldn't be that sharp. Control Alt left mouse button click, Shift E -0.5. We're taking half of them edge creases. Yeah, half of them edge creases. Okay, this is a little better. It's not great, but it's better. And now we're gonna investigate the. Okay, so I have still problems here. So the positioning of this I've matched with the hair thing, right? So yeah, they are matched here. So we have some issues here, right? Precisely in this region. So we're gonna try to match the character design here, folks. Yeah, we're gonna try to do this for the character design. So here, front view and side view. Ideally, you would like to have also another kind of view, just for like. Probably I'll need these panels again. Okay, we just need one side here. We can try this. We need something on another angle here, so maybe this helps. Yeah, probably can help. Let's use the mirror here. Okay, let's see how this is working. Here, it seems to be matching, even though in the side view is not good. But here we're gonna sustain the front view as the main reference. So there is a way to calculate this edge. It's tricky, but it's feasible. So the edge doesn't have, you see, or if there is, I don't know where, how to. So there is an add-on extension actually, which is called Measure It. This one, and so I have it installed, so it goes to the add-ons there. See, I have it on, then it's free, right? It's inbuilt. So this one allows us to, for architectural and technical things, right? Maybe even engineering. So yeah, those kind of stuff. And that can also be used here. So where we got it is view, measure it tools. So what is here is that I want to know this segment. So gonna, if I'm not wrong, is segment is exactly 1 point. So nothing is happening here for some reason. Let's see if do I have the overlays yet. Everything's there. Okay, everything should be there, but it's not. Distances, precision, text. What is this? Okay, no text. Distances. Height measured. Okay, let's try. Oh, show. Okay, click segment, and then for some reason it's going there. But so this segment measures 0.01 meter. This one segment. Well, maybe it's an approximation. It's not what I wanted. I want more precision. Aha, there we go. So here, 3 numbers we can see. It doesn't mean that I can change the length, but at least I can immediately compare. And I don't know why they are going so far. I think this is because they are, we can delete these measurements. Yeah, so what matters? Yeah, so segment. It's going too far, and this is probably because of some extra thing here. Separation, text size, left separation. What is this? Okay, distance to display the measure. No, never mind. So it's not this. Render. Yeah, so I don't know, something that, but you see this is working, so you can batch this. Yeah. So what I can do from this is maybe GGC. Snapping doesn't work with GGC. No, this is not working for the vertex. Why not? GGC. Oh, now it works. Can I snap it too? Yeah, I think it doesn't work. It's still following the edge there. Okay, so you cannot combine GG and snapping. So alright, so just gonna look visually. So this is 0.9, we're gonna try 0.10. This is 0.10, we're gonna maintain it 0.10. This one is 0.7, we're gonna 0.1. This one, yeah, this is like, we can be even more precise, but this is, I'd like to batch these things in a single click. It's too much for Blender maybe, or I just don't know how a good method for this. But what is good is that, okay, we are able to say I cannot GG and snap at the same time. It goes wild. So I can maintain this structure here, and it's still not good, so I'm gonna we need to bring this closer. Yeah, let's make another one. Okay, let's clear those things. And that's it. Yeah, it helped a little. Here I don't care too much. Snap. This we're gonna maintain there, so we're gonna just reduce a little. Yeah, I see, I'm doing this visually. It was just a test to see if that could work. Alright, let's see now. Okay, where is the model sheet? Something went wrong here. Okay, the circlet is there. You see that it's following mostly well. This one has got a little problem. We probably need to adjust the one in the hair at this point, so we're gonna do this simultaneously. And so what I think is that this should go up, right? Yeah. So we're gonna make some changes here. We're gonna pick both of them here. Both this and this mesh. We don't want to be snapping. We will pick these both things here, and we're gonna move this up. We forget about what we got here. We're gonna move this up a little. Now we gotta pick this. We're gonna move. We need the X-ray, I think. Okay, then we move this up all together. We can make some rotations. Now we pick them all together, right? We can scale. No, I'm doing a separated one. Yeah, doing it wrongly. Let's just snap back. Or wait, what I'm doing? Okay, accident. Or I could just simplify this thing and make this circlet as part of the hair itself. It will be much easier, except that part we'll have to shrink wrap only that part to the... Yeah, you know what? This is not so stupid actually. This double mesh is insane, right? So we're gonna actually do the following. We're gonna pick these vertices, we're gonna delete these faces, then we're gonna join this into the sculpt there. Now we're gonna merge by distance, 14 vertices merge, so probably here we get 4, then here we get more 2, so 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, yeah, exactly that. The problem is that, not the problem, we just need to adapt this much simpler like that. So we want these things to extrude, right? We will want these ones to shrink wrap. So these vertices here, this one will be a problem. Oh yes, we'll have some issues here. So I'm not sure about this part, so I'm gonna try to cheat here, already trying to predict some issues that might occur in the future. We're gonna do a double here of this. We're gonna mark seam. Let's also pick all this again, shift Shift E -1, Shift E 0.5, and then just for this, no, this is not working. Okay, so Shift E 1, then we Control Alt click on Split Edge mode. Here Shift E Shift E -0.05, so taking off 0.5 from this, and okay, now we are back to how we were before. So here we're gonna just snap. I don't need to snap actually, because there is a better way. So now I can just adapt these circlets like here, the circlet like just from here, very simple, no need double meshes. It's less versatile of course, but I don't see her taking off this circlet anytime soon, so it's like it's just like I want the perfect thing, like same thing for cloths. But I want to be able to have the character fully naked at some point, and well, I'm not doing this. We can, with an extra little work, we can solve this kind of problems, limitations, right? If we have the original files, if we did it, if we have some plan, we can still afford to rework some of the original files. Yeah, that's it. Like you don't need to model the inside of the character, for example. This even the mouth interior, but unless you're doing some sort of very specific work, or it's into the realistic domain and stuff like that, or travel inside the body, like some animations, scientific animations, or even for kids. Anyways, no, I'm not doing anything like that. So we need to, it's not because it's 3D that, and 3D usually matches realism in some ways 2D doesn't spontaneously. It's not because we're dealing with 3D that we need to have everything correct, anatomically correct. So this is the stupidest idea of ever, right? To have everything match reality when it doesn't need, right? It's just a waste of time, patience and energy. Yeah, no. And this is why 3D, what's happened to this vertex? It has some weird crease. Okay, this one we're gonna do one, just as their pairs here. Alright, so and also it has a seam, so I'm gonna clear this seam here. Now we're gonna continue the snapping. And for me, I'm talking about this because for me, engaging in 3D art without a school for that, right? For me, it was a challenge to get into this. For many people, it might not be, but the possibility of precision. We shouldn't allow neurosis to take the best of ourselves. So we need to realize what is truly necessary. There is a level, a soft level of developments in the artwork. That is also for 2D, right? It's not just for, but in 3D it seems more apparent, but it also happens to 2D. Let me give an example. I had a friend, it was a friend of my brother, but also my friend. And he wanted to learn how to draw at some point. He wanted the tricks, the secret. Of course, there are no secret, right? But there are things that you can learn that can change your life. There are methods, there are approaches. So he wanted something that worked for himself. And so I used to have some background in teaching, like drawing, right? And so I could give some instruction. So as a initiator in drawing, he was very intelligent person, very smart, very creative, but he couldn't draw. And he was very something he wanted to understand and to be able to do, at least to have an initiation, right? And so okay, and so I showed him one of the techniques that was very analytic for drawing that I've read in a book, famous book, like drawing with the right side of the brain, right? It's just a concept, but it was a scientific proposal. Now it's not understood exactly, as maybe debunked. There's some truth to it, but what matters is that the book is for learning drawing in a way that works for everyone. It didn't show about designing, drawing from memory, but it presented many of the fundamentals of learning to draw from observation. So and so in this there is this technical, there was many exercise, very good exercise, some like the most interesting, no, there are many good stuff there. One of them was the blind drawing. So that exercise, the name is not, search for it. It's tricky, the name doesn't tell what it is, but it's like basically you draw looking at the model only. There are variations, of course, but you don't draw to the paper you're drawing it, only to the model. And then you keep drawing, so your hand becomes some sort of a printing machine, a printer that will imprint in the paper what you see with your eyes. And so you have to make a mathematical transformation, right, from the 2D plane that we see with the two eyes. So there's actually not just one plane, this is a sort of a, how to say, this is two views, right? So two planes combined. It's there's something like that in Blender, right? It's the stereoscopy. So from stereoscopy to well, at least I'm calling what we see stereoscopic, but yeah, from that view of the two eyes, not only one eye, two eyes simultaneously, to paper, which is one plane. And so, of course, respecting perspective, or what the puzzle geometry that we draw on paper anyways, and that we see on each plane. The blind drawing, this exercise alone helps to really pay attention. It's a slow motion drawing. It will be very accurate. So you'll end up drawing, even a noob, even someone that has never drawn entire life, if following the method correctly, the drawing that the person will draw might be very incorrect in terms of proportions, but in terms of detail it will be very, very powerful. Better than my sketch, because this is the drawing of someone that is really paying attention to nature and transcribing. But it's not that, so it's not easy, it's challenging. Some find it very boring, but this is a source of design. It's incredible source of observation, and it's not because you're doing observation drawing that you're doing this blind drawing. The other exercise, which is shockingly also very shocking, even more than the blind drawing, is the inverse puzzle. I don't know the name right now, but you pick a picture from a newspaper you invert the picture, you turn it upside down, and you draw it from observation. You draw what you see, the inverted, you draw what you see, so you're drawing actually what you are seeing, an inverted picture of a person. A picture that will be easy to read, not something too complex, but whatever. Something that will have well-defined human anatomy, for example, human cloth person, any good picture you can find, even on a newspaper. And then the drawing, the one person doing the exercise is unable to conclude to reverse the paper, the sheet of paper, until the end. So the person must complete the entire figure before the entire drawing and before ending. And then when finished, you ask the person to return its drawing to the, turn upside down, to turn to the right, to what would be the same way the picture was. And that will allow, and then shock, because that would be the best drawing, that observation drawing that person might have ever made in, oh, I drew that, how, I didn't know I could draw that. Yeah, so anyone can draw, provided with a good method. Draw in the way of observation, right? So this is a skill that we have inbuilt, we just don't have ourselves alphabetized in this. And so anyways, why I mentioned this book to start with. Okay, there's that frame, yeah. So there was an exercise of millimetrically pointing out dots, points in the drawing, so that you will map the proportions. But this is a way, an analytical way to organize an observation drawing. But if you do this all the time, it's feasible, but it's very time consuming. And so in 3D, that's what I meant, right? We could try to go very analytic and have everything correct in 3D, and this is not good. It's not gonna make us progress, actually, because we want to go often from, at least in certain creative paradigms, how it's called, pronounce that, paradigms. So I want that to be from analytic to organic, right? To intuitive. And so for that we need to we might need to learn analytic at some point, but if we are stick to the analytic, it will be very tendency to be very bad for this kind of more organic creation, right? So, and for me in 3D, so I was for a long time very it's an analogy, right? But for a long time I was a victim of excessive analytic perspective on the so here we're gonna make on the 3D, because for me it was a different field of our artistic field, and it has this tendency of being too analytic. So I've overdid that in some ways. Okay, we don't want this. Okay, maybe I've already wave painted it. So what we want here is actually a new vertex group. I'm gonna call it mod. I need to remake this actually, because I don't want to have these things at the bottom, so it's actually not being good for my organization, turns out. So instead of mod, I'm gonna do mod, yes, for modifier, but we're gonna add something like so this I'm already using. yeah, interrogation point. Let's see where it goes. Let's add something like that. You see, it's auto-organized like that, so that sounds fair. So I'm gonna call interrogation mod, because so it's solidify, and we're gonna call this the vertices of the circlet, and we're gonna assign to 1 all these vertices, and we're going to lock. And now we're going to make some changes in this thing. Yeah, we can probably, let's see, we're gonna hide this, Control Alt left mouse button click, we're gonna Alt S, yeah, this could work, but it's scaling up, right? So this is not good. So Alt S, I'm gonna reduce this, so it's gonna be pushed inwards. We're gonna also scale along Z, we're gonna just reduce a little and something like that. Alt H, and there we go. So this will re-solidify. Yeah, I'm not really, yeah, I think here we're gonna get a problem. So we're gonna, yeah, I see. So I'm not sure about this part here, how to solve this problem yet. Maybe we don't need this. But if we look this, yeah, let's first solidify this stuff, right? So we want this to be, add this solidify, we're gonna add the vertex group, which is this, and we're gonna, so the idea is that outside, yeah, something weird is happening. Yeah, what's happening is that, yeah, as apparently we got some crazy inversions there. No, this mesh is all okay. This is causing confusion. So what do we have here? We want to pick all this. Alright, we'll select by normal, and we're gonna flip, right? Cannot see if those things are okay. They seem nice right now, so we're gonna, yeah, it's still doing weird there. So why this behaves like that? So it might be something because of disconnections, right? This is a problem with solidify modifier. Actually, what we want here is an inversion, right? No? Okay, this is the problem. One of the reasons I didn't want to connect this. So there should be a way to fix that. Okay, so this is solidifying. And probably what's happening is that we indeed have here some inverted faces. So I'm gonna hide the, yeah, let's isolate this thing. Alt N, so we still got, yeah, when this solidifies we get some issues, and more than that. Okay, let's turn it off, and well, everything is alright. So for some reason it numpad backslash, right? Okay, so starting to have something that works, but for some reason there are some huge deformations there, so maybe we can gonna clean this up. This starts to work better, but we have some very weird this mesh here could have a better can have a better distribution. Alright, so I have terrible trouble with this part there. And this might be because this is might need to go in like following the head, right? Sort of touching the head or the scalp, nearly so, right? And on purpose we could have this part deform in some crazy way like that. Okay, let's see. 0. This is too much. No, it's 0.05. So we're gonna maintain this idea, right? Yeah, it seems to have more or less. Okay, somehow it seems to have corrected itself. So what we have here is that looks like we need to push this like here, right? Yeah, we need to do some trick like this. It's not good, so this connection, of course, yeah, I just need to get it close here. Yeah, something like that maybe. Here we're gonna resume these adjustments. And yeah, this was the last one. So here I think we could use proportional editing. I'm gonna save. We're gonna. This is dangerous actually for this region here. I don't want to be touching that near the ear. But okay, we wanted just to have this part like a circle here. This we can move up a little. We're gonna, yeah, I'm gonna distort this a little. We're gonna have it slightly more to the top, I think, despite the model sheet. So we're gonna, yeah, I'm gonna do this because I think this will be better for the outlook of the character. In my memory, this would work better this way. For some reason here I just got it too low. So because of the deforms, maybe we need a shrink wrap here. So we could have the same mesh here, the same vertex. So these ones, which are part of, yeah, they would be part of a different they'll be part of a different geometry. So for this we're gonna add a mod shrink wrap circlet forehead, yeah. So this is that I'm gonna assign all this to here, for all these verts. They'll be shrink wrapped, and we're gonna add here a, so you don't have to care too much about the deform. So we're gonna add a shrink wrap modifier using that circlet forehead, targeting, well, it could be a ghost mesh, right? Fail to set outside surface. Oh yeah, I need to have the face, it's because it's not selectable. No, what's happening here? Natashe body, okay, but of course we want a 0.01 maybe. No, this is also too much, so we want it to go like here. I want this before the subdivision, and so here we can make more adjustments here. So first it subdivides, okay, then it shrink wraps, and you can use this to apply, right? Anytime we duplicate and apply, right? So this is like a trick. So apply backup, right? Because why not, right? So we can, if I change the face, I can at any time readjust this this stuff. So I'm not satisfied with the geometry though. It's like we need some, of course, we need to get some creases, right? Not crease, sorry. We need to have this Shift E, no, Control E, mark sharp. There we go. Ah, now we see. Now it's good. Except there we won't have a proper extrusion because of what we already know. It is already extruding, but not the way that I would like to. Like the hair is, right, it's suppressing. It's like smoothing or something like that. This is horrible. I don't know how to solve that. In geometry nodes this doesn't occur. So I never know this stuff, yeah, so I never use those things here. Material sometimes can be good, and here I know barely how to get this work, yeah. So here the idea would be to, yeah, so you see, it's just the circlet that is extruding, let's say, but not in the ideal way for this part, right? Maybe if I make a subdivision here, we could have something. Doesn't seem to really be the case, so never mind. So yeah, so something for the future, but this is working, right? The most important is the front part here. So what we could do here maybe now is playing with the material, right? Not the material, but the, we can also, yeah, let's do the apply thing, right? So it will be, we're gonna get all this, and let's turn this off. Let's also turn the subdivision off. also turn this off. Just this can cause some problems, right? So yeah, so we're gonna pick this and we're gonna hold on, did I change anything here? No, it's the same. So we're gonna just apply this. Yeah, we're gonna edit this real time here, except that proportional editing is ruining the shrink wrapping, the snapping, right? So we're gonna do here. We're going to apply, even though it's not perfect for everything, but this is something that will be fixed with the solidify anyways. It's normal when you're doing this to have this kind of artifact, right? So they're gonna clipping stuff, right? We're gonna get this a little better, and now we can apply. So it's just for this mesh. Apply. Alright, then we gonna shrink wrap again, subdivide, solidify, and there we go. So this should be very precise now. And we are going to have what else? Yeah, so now we can play with the geometry, and for here we need to verify the model sheet. So all around this sounds good. Well, maybe here we can improve this a little more rounded, right? Yes, like this. This one we could bring it more to the side. Alright, sounds good. Then we gonna address these details in detail. So it's nothing special, but we want something interesting here. As we can see already, this seems to be too oppressive here. We're gonna use the snapping here. Yeah, I'm gonna destroy the shrink wrapping. We need to be careful here. So I think we're gonna preserve this. We're gonna inset boundary, take off. Something is destroying my effect here that I don't know what it is. I cannot do this anymore the way I used to do. Okay, so I'm gonna just do manually. So okay, it's destroying the setup. Okay, who knows what's going on? There are already these vertices, but yeah, so we're gonna try to, yeah, we're gonna do this, then we're gonna do this, and we're going to do this, and do this. So you see, I'm not changing the planes there, so that's good. It will, I won't have to re-edit the shrink wrapping. We're gonna sustain that shape indeed. We are going to then maybe extrude this, no, this whole face. This could cause some problems. It is shrink wrapping, right? Let's see. Yes, I forgot. Sorry. We need to visualize the model sheet. Expand its opacity here. So now we have a little more idea of what I meant here. So yeah, we want something in the middle. So it's just something like that. That we want to... Can it be a crease thing? Let's see. I mean, mark. Yeah, a line in the middle. Can a mark sharp do it? No, it doesn't. So can a Shift E1 do it? Seems like we have something, but it's not good enough. So we're gonna bevel this, and it just doesn't work. We need to have this stuff maybe solidifying just as these ones in a different way, right? We're gonna dissolve this, return to where it was, or where it was. We're gonna pick these vertices, then we're gonna pick these ones. We'll try to apply this different. For this, we're gonna oh yeah, I'm gonna keep this shrink wrap, but it's not here, so it's actually here. I probably have applied solidify for everything here to 1. What if we apply 0.3 assign for this? Let's see what will happen. Okay, they go inside, but in this very smoothed, terrible way. But we see we have results. It's responsive. It's just not good, right? So I wouldn't like to create more geometry here, but apparently that could be. Okay, I'm gonna bevel this like here, and I'm gonna, for these ones, we're gonna reassign to 1. There we go. So it's like a beveling technique, right? But I hate it. I would like to have this procedural. Like it's some sort, if you know anything about the solidify, would be a way that I would like this thing to be like a fall off, right? A curve graphic in which we could control the maybe it could relate to this thickness clump. Let's see, offset clump based on geometry scale. No, it seems to just do more smoothing, right? More shit, more the stuff that I don't want. I want the invert of it, right? No negative here. And output vertex group shall rem Virtual that generates shell geometry will be wave 2. Well, this it's clear that Ream okay, and so here we could continue. Let's see the model sheet. So you have okay, so when you see I need this, we're gonna get some alignments here. Yeah, it will be about here, more diagonal. We could do that, right? And anything else? Yes, there's another shape there. Could be exactly like I made it a bit wider, which also would work. You see there's no division in the center. Maybe here just a little, but we can keep this. So I wanna do this, and then we're going to this plate we're gonna subdivide, and we're gonna bevel this, and we're gonna do the same thing. So you want all this is crease of 1. All these have crease of 1 anyways, except the lateral ones, but here will be a different case. I want probably to crease yeah, let's pick all this face. What is this side 1? Crease of 1 of 0.5. Okay, here the same thing of there, right? So probably we'll have to do this. Don't like that. But it might be necessary. And why do we need this? All these things following here, maybe this is just unnecessary. GG, no. GG approximate to the, yeah. Okay, so let's get here. That's why I hate solidify modifier. Geometry nodes will just be much easier if we use that. Economic and easier, right? So probably I would try to do this in other attempts. How to do this now? Yeah, so all these let's set to 1 already. Let's just in case vertex mesh, what is this, normals reset vectors. We are gonna mark sharp for all this. And now I need to play with what will. It's looking beautiful, right? But it's not exactly what I want. So I need to change this, the vertex group now of the that solidify. So we're gonna go on here. We're gonna look for the maybe we can use this. No, it's not working for the wave paint mode. We're going turn off this. Okay, so we're gonna, I'm missing something. No, it's like that. Okay. So let's pick this and this and paint them to maximum. Let's see what happens. Alright, then we have this okay, I got an idea. So apparently this extrude this. So you can try to, yeah, solidify here. We're gonna assign. Okay, we're gonna pick these which are surrounding, and I'm gonna reduce their values to see what happens. Assign to 0.7. And this we're gonna assign to 1, and then just this we're gonna assign to 0.7, 0.2, yeah, so the border is very important, right? So let's say a 0.4 basis. Well, this let's skip here. Yeah, this one we're gonna set to 1 again. And yeah, the thing is about we'll have probably to do the same trick that we did this, unfortunately, like beveling this, then we get these ones, and 0.8, and so same here, except that I did it wrong. Need to bevel. Yeah, so we're gonna dissolve these ones. And these ones. So we're gonna GG this medium point. No, so no, it doesn't work. So we're gonna do this individual GG and GG. And this one GG and GG as well. Alright, so the idea is that this will be like these entire plates actually start to get in 0.8. We don't want these ones. Actually, this will be 1. So this is an elevated plate. .6 maybe. And now it's just got to find the proper values here. So this we're gonna bring more to the center, and so this will be the 0.7, yeah, to get this rift that would require to be more rounded here. That doesn't work, yeah, not with this geometry. Yeah, there are some strange artifacts they are forming already, so but it still works, right? It's just not perfect. We have the rift, have some good effect. Let's try to GG this. Alright, and can I change these creases maybe? Let's see. What if I change this to -0.5? Let's do something more radical. No, nothing changed. What if I turn off the edge creases here? Sharp, clear sharp. No, it doesn't work, so alright, so it sounds that we have some, yeah, I'll have to rework on these UVs by material. We're gonna UV unwrap minimum follow active. Not seems to be working, so light, no, okay, apparently here this thing is not based by UV, something weird about the material. Gonna go back here gonna, yeah, it's based on UV, so what's happening here? Maybe it's the scenes. Home, where are these UVs? Are there problems like this mesh doesn't exist as UVs? Oh, there they are, okay. But it's not responding to. Yes, this seems to be bugged, glitched. What's happening here? Could it be something about this? Let's redo this Voronoi. Okay, it's something about that mapping there. So let's redo this. Follow active quads, right? Okay, then we're gonna pick these plates and we're gonna, for them, do something different. Alright, and for me that is nice. We could have also crystal or something there. I haven't planned any of this. Oh, let's just leave it simple. 1 minute, folks. Probably today I haven't eaten. I haven't got lunch, so mind confusion here. I'm just gonna get a snack. Be right back in, let's say, 3 minutes. Alright, sorry folks, back. So what's happened is that the things to make fire in an apartment ended. Gas. I had another asset that could make fire, make heat, but it was deprecated. So now let's continue here, but tomorrow I'm gonna fix it. I didn't call a new gas resource. So just very close to complete the class here, so I'm gonna complete them, although it's already past midnight, but we're gonna achieve that. So she won't have ring but earrings, so we can reuse this same asset there. We're gonna just pick maybe one face, Shift D, and we're gonna GX, let's see, place it here. I'm gonna P separate by selection. We're gonna apparently, so it gets all vertex group. I'm gonna delete all, batch delete all groups. So it was this, then we have also this and the earring. So let's fix this one for the hair, because it's part of the hair also. There's a mirror modifier, I think. Yeah, so it's probably gonna, it's just a single face right now. We could make a thing entirely circular, right? It would be probably better. And let's just change the material. Circle versus let's just give a simple thing. Because you have the subdivision surface modifier, so we don't need geometry for that. So where is the grease pencil here? So you see it has this orientation. We're gonna extrude. So it extrudes. No, it's not extruding along normals. No, not this. We need the okay, this doesn't work because you need a face actually, or I don't know the trick. So face, the face will, no, hold on. We need to, what's happening here? So we don't even need this normal stuff, we just need a face, not vertex. Merge by distance, yeah, so there's repeated verse. Here's the face. Gonna get this here, so extrude, there we go, now it is aligned properly. This is the what's happening to this thing. Apparently it's getting some shrink wrap, we don't want that. So now it's very simple, we don't need to solidify for now. Maybe we won't need solidify at all for this. Let's check the face, it's inverted, so recalculate outside. And the hair, yeah, the hair is getting this because of the creepy solidify modifier. It even doesn't recognize normal thing. It's very weird. Alright, let's return. Yeah, so it's solidifying and doing the reverse. So I'll have to fix that another time, not for this time. So here we're going to just do this. We are keeping this because of the material, but it's already there, so we want to have texture here. We can adjust the hair later to adjust to this accessory. So currently with solidify it will do this. We need some, we're gonna bring it 1. It's too much, so negative 0.2. Let's negative 0.2 again. These edge creases are okay. This is a bit strange, so let's do a 0.4. There we go. So we could use for this mirror modifier in this sense as well. Except that the object is not symmetric totally. Yeah, let's do it just like this, it's fine. So here we might make some subdivision here, bevel this. Let's look at the grease pencil again. So there's nothing too special about this tube thing. Line in the center, something, a pattern right in the center. This is a perfect circle, I think. Maybe no more, but that still works. Scale along normal scale Y, X, no, nothing. Here ideally we would like to model the object aligned with word space, and then yeah. And then the mirror probably will work better, everything will work better, yeah. So that's not how to solve this now that this thing is in a line. Too late. So I have to remake this geometry now. So I just see what we can achieve from this. So we can probably extrude here, scale down. That seems nice. And then what can we achieve from there in terms of this edge crease is very, very weird. It's like it's not doing what I expected more from the subdivision surface modifier, right? So yeah, so screw it. It would be better to definitely have this thing aligned. So what we can do is to, yeah, we're gonna maintain this. We're gonna pick a face. Shift D, gonna look from the top, we're gonna get grid snap. We're gonna just get this thing like here, and these are for reference or the positioning. Okay, so I have something regular here, but I'm not satisfied. We're gonna also do this, and we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna delete all these faces. We're gonna use a mirror modifier here along. Okay, we see that this is working. We want clipping, so now we're gonna bring the, yeah, we're gonna bring the whole object to that position. I can already delete this stuff, and I'm gonna move this there. Okay, I don't know what's happening here. We got this stuff. I'm moving the object, okay, here. And now it has a orientation that is like that. Fine, we need to remember that. It is centered, right? I see what's happening. It's because we need to extrude this thing, right? So I can also mirror it on the z-axis. If only I had a we can so extrude this, right? We have this. We're gonna now do this. For some reason it doesn't seem to be responding. Okay, so we're gonna ignore this one. We're gonna delete this. Now we can compare, now we can play with this. Gonna place it here. So we're gonna edit the object here using local transform orientation, so all this will be much simpler, except that this now, also this is much simpler to work with now, because it is a it has pizza symmetry. So here we're just gonna care about this, so we can, for example, here okay, it's just this. Right, so how do I edit this thing then? Extrude inwards? No. Okay, I'm gonna do a bevel here. We're gonna extrude inwards, alright. Okay, we're building something, so mark sharp, then Shift E, let's take off all the trees, so it's like that. Shift E 0.3, Shift E 0.1, we're adding. Okay, now they all have. Wait. Creases didn't work. Shift E 0.4. Oh, my numpad is. Numlock is disabled. There we go. This is too much, so negative 0.2. Alright, so now this is 0.2. Right. This works. Here we pick the object, we can keep yeah, the local, okay, whatever. So we're going to look for the patterns now. Maybe in this one particularly, we're Shift E, let's add 0.5 here. Yeah, so it's sharper. We're gonna maintain this octagonal thing, which sounds good, and then we're gonna build something on top of this face. What could be that? Texture, right? Usually a texture with bump map could do this. I'm thinking multi-res could do that. I don't know how to use multi-res, but could be nice here. What else could? Shape key, but I don't have a mesh here. So it's just on this face, a pattern that will repeat all around. Yeah, it's being subdivided here, I guess. So we need to, yeah, solidify, we don't care. Okay, let's try multi-res. But I have to check a tutorial here quick. Let's turn on the vision so you can check the I have some tutorial, but it was so I'm not gonna watch it. I just wanna see the very basics. Okay, this one seems good.
Okay, so if I've created...
No, it's deco. Alright, certainly this is good. So, what's the title of this? Explanation, demonstration, adaptation of cloth mesh objects to reuse the duplicate separate mesh from folds using. Okay, this is folders on cloth using multi-res, and at some point, this is 1 year ago, so it's more or less recent. Let's see when comes the multi-res. Not yet. So probably a long explanation. Multi-res here. We're gonna just.
Comes in handy. That's why I did it.
I'm doing this because last time I tried spontaneously from my memory without practice. I couldn't understand anything about this shit.
Because I wasn't even thinking about reusing the jacket at one time. As you can see, I literally duplicated the pants from the original mesh of the character, and then just sort of scaled them along the normal, and then I've done a sculpt pass on top of it to get the pants.
Okay, so he has a level viewport 1, sculpt 1, render 1. Sculpt based mesh, optimal display. And it's apparently this needs to be on top. So I leave it on top. It insists to be on top for some reason. Very weird behavior. So this 1, 1, 1, and for some reason I can't get to 1. This is what I don't get it about this. Maybe we need to subdivide and then I can't go back. So let's see. What first time he creates.
You can see I literally duplicated the pants from the original mesh of the character, and then just sort of
yeah, he already has it.
On top of it, original mesh of the character.
Okay, probably he clicked subdivide then.
Scaled them along the normal, and then I've done a sculpt pass on top of it to get the pants looking the way they do. Much more efficient than trying to model around the body that you just created. use the body as a secondary base meshes within base meshes, so you can save time. And this is one of the things that blows my mind when I see a lot of tutorials on doing clothing, specifically for stylized characters, that they start to model.
Okay, so the idea is to not mess up with the subdivide. So basically, subdivide, and then apparently, yeah, let's try the. And then nothing happens because grab. Let's see what you can. Okay, we have some extra. No, this is not the. Yeah, okay. The problem is that this is gonna make everything subdivide, right? Which is was not my intention. So actually, this doesn't work based on a shape key, I think. Yeah, so I'm gonna delete this. So apparently this is not as good as I thought. So what you can do is pick the entire face and gonna do another technique. Subdivide, 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 and subdivide. Yeah, we're gonna make shape keys effect. And so we're gonna pick this and this, and gonna actually gonna protect these ones, right? I'm gonna select all these, Shift H. We're gonna save, and we're gonna, yeah, this can be a shape key totally. So we have this. It will be better for the. This is not relevant. It will be just a very small thing. So, but this is like a pattern. Yeah. So we're gonna do it here. So this will be a shape key in which you will be using proportional editing to sculpt. Could even be sculpt mode. We need to reduce here the size. So the cool thing is that I can just do this locally, right? It doesn't need to be all the mesh, but yeah, it's not very good to draw in this way, right? So it's actually terrible. So I'm gonna use the sculpt mode. It's not a lot of geometry, but maybe that is sufficient. Let's see. There's some crease that might be nice. It's actually doing the opposite of what I expected. But then we can use hold control. That's not working for these ones. And here we can probably smooth a little. Then here we can see what is this. Draw, yeah, draw, so make some. It's a drawing. Yeah, I think this will be some sort of blob, maybe. Strangely, it's inverting the. Probably this face is, yeah, those faces are invert. So again, same shit. So I'm gonna flip, and then we're gonna do again. Yeah, this time I'm gonna select actually by this control plus. Yeah, actually this and this control plus, control plus, control plus, control plus H, and now we're gonna go back to sculpt mode. We're gonna yeah, let's make a highlight here. Yeah, it's a bit late in the stars there. I need to change this setup. Okay, we're gonna get here the chat. Hold on. Wait, did I lost my chat? No. So here is just wait, how do you I just forgot how you add this All right, let's just say this. This is the highlight. It's the how do you call the details with brass accessory. How to say patterns. How do you call that thing? Is low art stuff, like low relief, I think. Details with shape key and localized subdivisions. Yeah, so if you're watching from here, see right below what I was doing before, what I was doing here. I tried multi-res, but this mesh here, you see, I've subdivided just the face, like subdivide, 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 just to see, yeah, this might be enough for having this amount of geometry, just for a few details. So I start to sculpt with this isolated mesh here. This is a, and so here this asset will be here, a hair asset. For some reason, what is happening here? Yeah, let's isolate it. So here's the asset. Something is weird about the creases, I guess. This crease might be too much. 0. Yeah, this is suddenly too much, so I have to rework on that. There's a mirror modifier for X and Y. Could even have for Z, but I wasn't able to get it. So Shift E negative 0.3. We're taking off 3 of this, so this is should be more rounded, except that here I suspect, no, it's still 2. Alright, so I'm not sure why this is getting something about this. I don't see anything wrong. Still not good, right? So we're gonna bring, what about these ones? No. No, so it's just, yeah, so very weird what's happening here. This is destroying my idea. So maybe I can get all this, and let's try to scale Alt S maybe. No, it's along local, right? So it won't hurt, but it will be snapping dangerously. Okay, maybe there's another idea. Maybe I can pick just this thing here. I'm gonna try to push this, like say here. With proportional editing. Sort of dangerous, but maybe that can work. Oh, I see, it's the shape key, of course. No, it's not the shape key. Okay, so whatever. We are getting some results, but it's not, unfortunately. So maybe we augment then the creases here. So let's try. Okay, so I have something squarer, but at least, yeah. And let's return to the cool part, of course. Then here we could also have, for a better selection, just this and this and mark seam. So select seam, then we shift H and go to sculpt mode, and here we can then continue this stuff. We can smooth probably, yeah, can. We need some, this is too strong, so I don't know too much of this, but I should know enough. Yeah, blobs, I was trying to do. Yeah, so probably this is not enough sufficient geometry to have good if the greatest patterns, right? But we can do some stuff here and there, and we can maybe make this thing more interesting here. What is this? Plateau. Plateau might be nice if I could get this to work. I think I'm using the mirror modifier, so I don't know where is the mirror, the real. Strangely, this should. Ah, because this is sculpt mode, is not edit mode, right? This crease, we can try something. Yeah, certainly then smooth, certainly with more, I didn't want to crush geometry here, geometry density, because I'm working on low poly, right? So this is why I don't care too much about this, but here does have this margin of protection, right? And so we got some thing that could be interesting. Let's see here. Yes, and so we go back to the, yeah, it looks nice, and then we look from here, and we can actually get this as, yeah, let's hide the grid space. Okay, this from distance looks quite interesting, right? Even though it's very hidden right now, so probably we'd like to make some serious adjustments here. Looks like we have too much mesh here to handle, maybe even unnecessary mesh. Yeah, we can try to dissolve this. Make this one, no, not this, but gonna try to smooth. We're gonna get this scale down, GX. I'm gonna focus it into the there, so this what's this? The hair is needing to have the mirror, that will be better. Okay, we want to change this geometry here. Remember that the mirror modifier doesn't impede the rig to be posed asymmetrically, so it doesn't matter if we have a mirror modifier here, the hair can still go in multiple, yeah, it can still be posed asymmetrically, which is great. So here Alt S maybe, no, just scale towards there. Yeah, we might be collapsing some mesh, maybe. No, this is alright. This is actually a hole in the... Yeah, there's some strange face. Maybe this was on purpose. This topology is not looking good right now for what I'm trying to do, so we're gonna resume this. I'm gonna try to snap this, yeah, at least this one. Proportional editing here will be bad, so we're gonna probably look to these cuts here. Shift 0.3. So here we don't want this. Here we got a problem. We're gonna join this right here. We don't need this thing here, so here we're gonna try to get this. Yeah, I think it's okay for this being a point here, a single vertex. So this is the location there. Let's see how can we improve this. So these face loops are very bad. .5, this is 0.3. Okay, so I'm gonna add, it was 0.5. Alright, so here we're gonna organize these things more or less like this. This we can, yeah, this is really not good. We're gonna clean this up. So very hard to see what we're posing here or positioning for this verse. So we're just going to bring this like inwards, and we're going to yeah, why this hair is doing this? I want a cut here, okay. Gonna dissolve this. We're gonna dissolve this too. We're gonna rework this this whole thing. We need probably a subdivision here. And I'm gonna cut here. So this thing will go all there, all the way there. This we're gonna dissolve that. Okay, join. I'm gonna dissolve this for now. Yeah, finally. So I'm gonna move this down, dissolve this, dissolve this. Gonna cut here and here. Do we need this one? It's the same face, it's just doubled because of this solidify thing. Okay, so here we can just cut here and towards there, and That should be good, yeah. Then we can pick all these faces here, no, not these ones. Shift D -1, Shift D 0.5, there you go, and now we're gonna still be working on this, GZ, scale, move up. Okay, finally. And then we can join the here, there, or just leave separated. I think let's leave separated. It's still the same mesh object. This is using 0.5, alright. So we're gonna just need to reposition this in order to be clipping inside this stuff. Let's see from back view. Also seems good, okay. This can be a little more here. So GG, we can sort of approximate these ones. And this is very arbitrary what we do there. It's not a place that we see, and that is, yeah, there's still GX soundtrack has ended. Sorry folks, we're gonna get this thing refreshment. It didn't end. I paused because of the tutorial from Deco of the multi-res, but it turns out we used another approach. Shade smooth doesn't help. Yeah, helped a little. Not sure it was the case. So you see, there's a little heavy geometry apparently, which I don't like. Ah, this accidentally clipped. Yeah, it's clipped. It's a nightmare. Saved. Sometimes it doesn't work, and I don't know why. These ones won't clipped, this one won't clipped, and this one is safe to go. Scale here, we can get this like this, yes. Yes, very nice, very nice. Okay, the UVs, right? So I think we're just gonna make generic stuff. Let's see what happens. It's a bit too boring, so let's get a let's do the same trick there. We're gonna bring this face, we're gonna make some selections here, and for this face we're gonna UV unwrap like follow active quads length. We're gonna go to shading, and we're going to scale along the, yeah, we're sort of stretching that. Seems the, yeah, we're doing something like that. And for the central one, we're gonna use our selection seam, extend one, and we're gonna UV this to maybe cube projection. No, let's try something like smart UV project. Let's see, maybe light map. I think here it will be, this seems to be lagging a little. Just unwrap minimum stretch. It's lagging because of the geometry there anyway, so we're gonna just change these UVs now. We want something larger here. Yeah. Or maybe not. grainy, rotated. Yeah, this should be nice. No, they are too much similar. We're gonna actually scale this down and have a pattern like that. Yeah, more unpredictable. And the earrings, so for earrings I think we'll need something. We're gonna duplicate this entire object, right? We're gonna take off its mirror. No, actually, we keep the mirror. The object doesn't clip, right? We're gonna clean up all this, and we're gonna just keep up with something like this. And now we want another mirror, which is a mirror face, mirror head, right? It's like not here, just so the first mirror is for having the pattern, right? So we're gonna okay, so I don't understand why it doesn't, why I cannot, yeah, it rotates because of its origin. So here what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna reset rotation. Rotate X 90, rotate Z 90. What we're gonna do is that we're gonna apply all transforms, right? So the object is there, GX. Oops, that was a bad idea. No, I can't do that because there's something special about the mirror, right? The first mirror. This is the origin, right? The origin is the origin must be like here, right? So this is something I think I seldom did any earring, so I'd like to have, there we go. It's flipped. Yeah, now we can connect. There we go. Okay, and for some reason it wants to be clipping all the time when I move it, so I'm gonna scale down. I'm gonna do something like that. That is nice, right? Who needs more than that? So I'm gonna scale down a little more. Seems slightly distorted. But still works, right? So very simple. So I think we don't need to do anything more than that, right? For now. So it will be like this is one. Now let's see the model sheet. Yeah, so there's one about here indeed. Make that one bigger. Might have to rotate it. I need to scale. Yeah, I think I need to do this with the local, right? Let's look at its axis, except too big, I can't see what it is what, so okay, let's shift D this here, so I have this one will be small, then shift D here, so this will be so maybe this one will be the plain one, and the others we're gonna be editing in other ways. Yeah, it's a bit hard to get them in the right position. Okay, let's say that this for now is fine. Then these ones probably want to do something different, like this, except that something is missing. It's probably because of the edge creases. No, oh, of course, it is. Yeah, can't explain this. I tried to meet the other side, but it just cannot find the other side. Okay, so in this case, let's apply the, let's shift this and apply, and then wait. I have not been able to apply. Okay, shape key, of course. This is a shape key problem. Should have thought before. So let's delete first this, then the other. First this, then the other. There we go. Okay, so this is actually working. G. Yeah, this is actually easier to make it sound like it is connected to the ear, right? Than the other one. And so here we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna delete this face, and we're gonna do this, and GZ, GX, GY, no, GZ, G shift Z, well, this is the maximum we can go, whatever, 0.5, and this one we're gonna, now this doesn't help, so we're gonna just change the edge crease, negative 0.2, so I have two types there. We're gonna make this Alt S, okay, and so next one we're gonna just do a small change here. Yeah, same pattern. We're gonna GZ, and we are gonna Alt S, why not, and we're going to change this to shifted -1. Let's see what happens. Rounded, yeah, why not? So we're gonna shade smooth, right? Then we're gonna, what we can do more here is to, yeah, the UVs. So okay, sometimes this one doesn't work, but this is looking fine, I think. So yeah, but it's good to reorganize. So maybe cube projection. Oh, this is even better. Yeah. And what if you change? Yeah, there we go. So we have completed all the clots on, let's say, a usable level of, with a certain amount of quality. Yes, we could bring more to the table, of course, but I think I've spent enough time on this. Yeah, the worst part thing will be those, something about these patterns here we could improve. But in general, this is working, right? And now we have the gold. Let's try some swapping of materials here. Yeah, actually select this. Yes, exactly. Select this and let's try the metal patch here. Ah, this is way more pleasant, right? Good, good, good. So we can keep this. Then I'm going to, let's try here also. And here we're gonna change this to this is not combining well. This will be boring. This certainly won't work. Or yeah, actually maybe that can work. Let's see this. Now this is the same letter. It sounds heavy. Yeah, I think it still works, but maybe this idea is slightly more interesting, especially if we change these UVs to something big patterns there. And yeah, something like that. Yeah, this is more interesting. Yeah, there's also a problem with the UVs here. I remember this, it's not necessarily horrible, but I think this was packed. So let's do this one instead. Yes, very better. This velvet here we haven't tried too much. It also doesn't have a something weird about this velvet. It doesn't follow. Okay, it's a linked material and it's not following a UV map, so we'll have to, whatever we have here is just there's nothing to do for this, so we'll have to address the material. This might be an, yeah, it's an older material. This, it doesn't even have the proper name here. It is coming from Dorothy blend. Yeah, it's even its origin, it's incorrect. Let's see if we have it in the, not incorrect, but maybe lacking of update. Wood, no velvet here, so props, no materials. Yeah, it's not even here, so very old. Velvet fire, but no, it's not this one. Yeah, nothing. So it's something that I need to bring back to life. So folks, I hope you enjoyed. This is already late. Sorry, we extended this a little more than I expect, but today I start a little late also, so at least we've got this stuff completed on some weird solidify methods, which made me lose a lot of time. It's just that I'm not so familiar with geometry nodes to do this trick all the time, but there is I have an example where it works. It is in Dorothy, some asset on her, no, it's not even Dorothy, it's Aisha. She has a thing in, she has a geometry node on some hair accessory, that's it. And it's just an extrusion thing, very simple, but I don't remember from scratch. It is a bit difficult to manage this. So I like very much how this thing, I think it's one of the best, although simple, right? It is one of the best results that I have. Oh, you see that this is not good for the hair, right? Alright, we're gonna pick all these meshes here. We're gonna deselect this and this. And we're gonna, for all these edges, first I'm gonna select this. Let's see what are these. 0.2, right? So see, this is not, so they are using too much value. There are even some exchanged values here, so it's not that simple. So let's see where it matters. So here it's more, there we have more trees, then here we could have more trees, okay, and this for whatever reason. So we're gonna set all this to 0.2, and apparently nothing. Okay, so here it's probably something about the solidify, no? Ah, it's a subdivision was lacking. Ah, there are creases, there are this stuff everywhere. Alright, very bad. So we're gonna select again these sharps, right? Clear sharp, probably something, no? Okay, it's not selected. There we go. So this should be clear sharp. Now we talk. Yes, so Shift E 0.2 for edge crease, and here's still something weird. Some remaining creases there? No, what? Is it a seam? It's just a regular edge. I don't know why it is looking like that. And here we are going to do, trying to find out So for this we're gonna add 0.4, right, and then we are gonna do the same for from here to here, not counting this Shift E 0.4. It already had 0.2 and it added, and so here maybe it's just this thing. No. Weird. So I have no idea what this. It's not bad, but it's not. I didn't want that to start with. So this is weird behavior. Maybe it's just a. No, it's not. It also appears here. Okay, but anyways, it's a detail. It's not super. It's not destroying the. Yeah, sort of. But this is Workbench, right? Workbench has the. Has got this cavity, right? But even without it, we see there's. It looked like creases to me, but they are known. We already deleted them. See, there's nothing remaining on the hair. Bevels, no bevels. For me, it looks like there is something here, but would there be seams? Even if there are seams, they would just affect the texture. Mystery. It's not modifiers. Yeah, so just I'm unable to understand what's going on. Alright folks, so this is Natashe's costume completed. The character now just needs to have some facial rigging set, like these eye coins is based the material of the eye coins. This is important. Need to adapt. She has brownish or honey eyes, something like that. Eyebrows are, we need to reshape and repositioning. We need the mouth mesh to just adjust to this new of her new face, which is different from Dorothy. We've dedicated a lot of time to do that. Then we have rig, then make look of, okay, icon skinning. This is the bones actually. This is just icons material. Same for, then we need a generated proxy ghost mesh for the face for us. Snapping certain features, notably not the icons, but this is for the most, maybe the eyebrows rig, some features of the facial rig is essentially that I'm more confident with is the universonic mouth setup. And then hair rig, yeah, so some bones, and we can wave paint and test right away. Then body rig, this we're gonna bring from Dorothy, and costume rig, which is just, except for the skirt, and yeah, it's just yeah, then there's this, should be time if I could, yeah, high heel stance setup, yeah. So this is something that I can already fix her, yeah, but only if I fix all this, then then we can address the, I'll make these boots correct. And that's it folks. So thanks for watching, hope that was inspiring. So take care, happy blending, have a nice weekend. just for, so we're gonna continue with this, right? Maybe I'll bring some rigging also, not from her, from template. Sundays, not tomorrow, well, today is Saturday already here in Brazil, but Sunday I decided not to stream. I need time for myself, but Saturday I think we'll be streaming. So also because I've calculated Sunday is the worst day for streaming, for good reasons, right? At least it has been my recent experience. So Saturday will still stream tomorrow or today, depending on your daytime, and we are gonna return to this, try to fix as much things as I can here, and do some dirt template. And also I want to engage on her asteroid coffee shop. Yeah, she works on a barmaid or something like that. It's her own business or work, social work, as the Pxy-VERSE, the species work. And also I'm about to publish the next page video of the webcomics for the webcomics news in 5, so I should have published already. So, but I'm still on schedule. It's once per week, so I need a precise date. I think the Saturday is a great day for new publications, so I try to stick to tomorrow, and then I'm gonna stream after that, and probably another day during the weekdays. So possibly Tuesdays, Wednesdays. I need a better schedule for this. So thanks for watching, folks. Again, have a nice weekend and happy blendering. Good luck on your projects. Hope that was inspired. See you soon.